Welcome to Keeping It Real, a guide to conversations with your teens about suicide and supporting parents in showing up for the conversations that matter most. If you've ever wondered if you should be talking to your teen about suicide, even if they seem okay, you're in good company. I'm Aimee Prange. I'm a therapist and a parent, and I help families talk about hard things so kids feel supported and not alone. In this series, we're going to talk honestly about how to support our kids before things reach a crisis point. Most of us did not grow up having these conversations. I know I certainly didn't, but I can assure you as a parent, I have had and continue to have these conversations with my kids. When it comes to something as heavy as suicide, it can feel really scary to even say that word out loud. And look, I get it. It makes sense. But here's what we know. Talking about suicide does not put that idea into your child's head. What it actually does is create space for honesty and relief and connection. And it actually sends a message to your kids that they can talk to you about anything. Avoiding that conversation, which is what we want to do, it doesn't protect our kids. Connection does. As both a clinician and a parent, I've seen how easy it is to miss what's really going on beneath the surface. Kids can be doing well on the outside and still struggling in ways that we don't immediately see. We can't rely on appearances to tell us if our kids are okay. Many kids hide or mask what they're really feeling. Hopefully, I have not worried you too much because there is good news. You don't need to be perfect or have the perfect thing to say. You don't have to have all the answers. What really matters most is that your child knows you're someone they can come to, that you're safe, even with that hard stuff. Your kids are not looking for perfection. They're just looking for support, empathy, unconditional love, even if you don't have all the answers, or even if you make some missteps along the way. As parents, we have this natural tendency to want to fix everything. This is not really what our kids are seeking or want. I want you to try something different this week. It's a first step to really showing that you can listen. I want you to just take this small step. Find a moment that feels natural. Maybe you're going for a ride in the car, you go for a walk, whatever that might be, and just ask one simple question. What's been stressing you out lately? And then I want you to just sit back and listen. I want you to resist that urge to fix or to offer advice. There's no rushing this conversation. Just listen. But also pay attention during that conversation. See what it feels like for you. Pay attention to how your child is responding to you sitting back and listening, especially if you're like me, where you want to just start offering that advice. Be sure to share appreciation that they sat down and they took the time to talk with you. What I'll often tell my sons, I'll just say, look, I'm so glad you told me that, or just kind of reflect back on that. Does sound stressful. Keep me posted. Tell me how things are going. It takes everything that I have to resist that urge because, I think as parents, we want to make things all better, but see what you can do to just kind of sit back and not fix everything. It does take practice. And look, you don't have to wait for something to be wrong to start having these conversations. In fact, I really encourage you to start early. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do. And so in the next episode, we'll talk a little bit more about, what are those signs that your child might be struggling, and including talking about some of those things that might be easy to miss. You don't have to get this perfect. It's really just about showing up, staying connected, and keeping it real. That's what matters.